Hi everyone, Lev here, and what I'd like to talk to you about today is an amazing trauma release process that I have discovered. Although, I'll be honest with you, it's very challenging, very difficult. Before I get into it, please like my video, please subscribe, please share. We want to build this community. We want to help people overcome trauma so they can be their best selves and have an amazing life and not live in the past, live in the present, and make their future amazing. So let's talk a little bit about Kambo. Now, Kambo is basically poison from an Amazonian frog. And what this poison is used for, they use it in the Amazon as a warrior ritual, but what it does is it actually purges your body. It purges trauma and painful emotions and memories out of your nervous system, out of your body, actually rewires your brain. Now, a word of warning about Kambo. You have to be physically healthy enough to be able to do this. Don't do Kambo without conferring with a physician first. And if you have any kind of major health issue, heart problems, digestive issues, again, I urge you, confer with a doctor before you even consider doing Kambo, because Kambo purging is actually vomiting. And what Kambo does is it makes you vomit for about half an hour. And I'll explain to you kind of the ceremony from start to finish. So first you have to find a local Kambo practitioner. Just so you know how Kambo is spelled, so you can Google it. It's Kambo. And, check the practitioner's reviews or the shaman or spiritual guide and find one that is reputable. Some people you can find through word of mouth, which would be the best. So here's the thing about Kambo. You basically got to feel it to heal it. It's not something like just meditation that can be relaxing, even though emotions can come up at various times. I mean, Kambo is like 1,000-fold of anything else. And basically the way it works is you meet at the shaman or practitioner's house. It's usually just a small group, maybe 2 or 3. The other thing about Kambo is you got to be sure not to have anything for breakfast or lunch before. You got to fast for a few hours because anything in your stomach's going to be coming up. So in any event, in the beginning of the ceremony, you set your intentions about what you want to get from the ceremony, what traumas you're looking to heal, what's the intention that you have for your life moving forward, what's the obstacle you would like to overcome. Oftentimes, Kambo is combined with what's called a hape ceremony. That's when they basically blow tobacco up your nose. It's painful, but it's supposed to help with the process and be clearing and healing. There's also these burning eye drops they put in. I'm sorry, I forget the name, but that's supposed to help as well. So typically you do that first. Some practitioners will do the hape, the tobacco up your nose. They'll do that after you do your Kambo. And so in any event, after you do that, what they will do is then the practitioner will burn what are called gates, either in your arm or your back or your neck or your ankle. And the burn hurts. That's part of the pain to start. But it's like these little cigarette burns. They leave very minor scarring. And usually the Kambo practitioner will do just do the gates. It's anywhere from 2 to 5. People have done Kambo a couple of times. They might do even more gates than that. And before you have a full Kambo session, basically the frog poison is dried out. And then after the gates are burned into your arm, ankle, chest, back, wherever, the shaman will do a test, basically, just a small amount of Kambo, just to make sure you don't have an adverse reaction. If you react okay to it, then he or she will put the rest of the Kambo onto your gates, the burns. And here's what happens. At first, you start to get kind of flushed, and you get a little bit hot, and then your heart starts racing, and then all of a sudden you start feeling really nauseous. And a part that I forgot to talk to you about that happens before the ceremony is you have to drink at least 1.5 liters to 2 liters of water. That's part of the purging process. I recommend, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving any kind of medical advice, but I recommend for electrolyte purposes, you can also have like a teaspoon of salt or liquid salt. I do that just to make sure that I don't have sodium depletion or too much dehydration after the purging. But in any event, back to the Kambo. So you start feeling flushed. Typically you'll get really red from what people, who are observing will say. And at a certain point, you just start feeling really, really nauseous, even lightheaded. I've actually passed out a couple of times doing Kambo just for a few seconds, and then I came back to. It's because the process was so intense and there was like a lot of trauma looking to come out. So basically you start feeling really, really nauseous, lightheaded, and you start dry heaving a little bit, and you have a bucket in front of you, and at a certain point you will start purging, and I mean just vomiting, and I'm talking about projectile vomiting. Be also forewarned, you can purge from the back too, but you feel it coming on, and if you do, the practitioner or shaman will take you to the bathroom, and you do your thing there. But I could tell you it could be pretty extreme coming out both ends. You take your bucket with you, but again, it's all purging, it's all cleansing. And the purging will go for about half an hour usually. If you have any kind of problem, the shaman / practitioner will remove the Kambo. As soon as the Kambo is removed, you feel back to normal almost instantly. But in any event, you purge, and it's unique to every person. But basically, for me, when I was purging, all kinds of memories were running through my mind, and like screaming and painful images. And as I was purging, vomiting, I literally felt all of that pain, all that trauma being ripped out of my body violently, and I was, expelling it, purging it out with the vomiting. Afterwards, you could have some shaking, which is similar to the trauma release exercises. It's like your psoas muscles get really, really, really taxed very hard. For me, a couple of times when I did Kambo, it was like kind of super painful, like a huge muscle cramp in my abdomen area, which is the psoas muscles tightening up, because a lot of stress, a lot of pain is trapped in your psoas muscles. But afterwards, it's kind of like shaking, almost like people will shake like after being in a car accident. But again, that's good. That's your body's natural way of also releasing trauma. So you could just breathe and try and just process what happened. Also recommend immediately hydrating afterwards. Coconut water is great for that. Gatorade. I don't normally drink Gatorade. It's got high fructose corn syrup. I don't want to go on a rant about that. But anyways, after Kambo, it's fine. And you can also have some fruit, anything with salt, bread, what have you. Though gluten's not great either. And then people react 2 ways after Kambo. Some people just feel invigorated and are full of energy. Other people just feel exhausted and totally worn out. I've never felt invigorated and full of energy. I've always felt just completely completely annihilated afterwards, but in a good way, kind of, exhausted, but exhausted from a bunch of stuff being removed from my energy body, from my nervous system, from my physical body. And usually for about 2 to 3 days after Kambo, you're kind of out of it, you're exhausted. Sometimes you might have trouble falling asleep and then you'll sleep all day. You got to give yourself a couple of days to just relax, not do anything too emotionally taxing or mentally taxing. Like, give yourself time to recover. Every time I've done Kambo, it's been on a Saturday, so I have at least a day and a half, which is nothing to do other than to recover, that is, from the Kambo session. Keep in mind, your emotions could be pretty raw for a couple of days after doing Kambo, usually 3 to 4 days. It's part of the healing process. It's part of the release process. It's actually weird. Like it's like the peeling of the onion. A bunch of stuff down and suppressed and repressed emotions will start coming up. But again, part of the healing, part of the release process. And then about day 4 or 5, you just wake up and it's amazing. Like all the heaviness, all the tension, all the internal pain that could be in your solar plexus or throat or head or all over your body or a pit of your stomach, all of a sudden it's just gone or dramatically reduced. So let's say your anxiety and stress level is 8 or 9 out of 10. All of a sudden it's cut down to 5 or 6, which is an amazing difference and a huge step forward if you're somebody who's suffered from severe trauma, PTSD, complex PTSD, any kind of major abuse that's happened over a long or a short period of time that's affected you really badly. And look, one warning. I don't like the magic pill mentality that, hey, I'll just take a magic pill and then I don't have to do anything else. What Kambo does is get what's out of the way, what's in the way, that is, out of your way. So then you can put in good things. But you don't just do nothing after doing Kambo. I recommend, doing a lot of positive affirmations, self-development work, reading positive books. Don't just do Kambo and then watch car wrecks on the news or wars on the news. Like, you gotta refill yourself with things that are healthier and more positive. And here's the thing about Kambo. With some people, one session is all they'll need, and they'll be great the rest of their life. For other people, like yours truly, had a lot of trauma over the years, mainly in childhood. One session's not enough, but it's one of those things that just gives you a huge relief, and it helps with everything else that you're doing. So some people, need 5 or 6 sessions of Kambo, some 2 or 3, some need, 10 or more. It just really depends on the individual. But in all of my years of self-development and healing work, and we're going on 7+ years at this point, there is not a single thing that I've done that's close to as powerful as Kambo. So far, knock on wood, it is legal in the United States. I don't know about other countries, and hopefully it'll stay legal, because it would just be a complete outrage if Kambo was made illegal. It's not psychotropic, it doesn't get you high, but it does, like I said, purge all the negativity, all the trauma. It is a very extreme thing to do. When I was first told about Kambo by a good friend of mine, it took me a year before I finally agreed to do it, because other than being cold, my least favorite thing in the world is vomiting, throwing up. I absolutely detest it and hate it, and I'm like, I don't want to throw up. But then despite all the work that I've done, I kept backsliding. I kept feeling like I was fighting so hard just to get to normal. And so finally I surrendered and I decided to, let the frog medicine do its thing. And I'm so happy that I did. I wish I would have done it when I first heard of it. But you gotta do it when you're ready. It's also helped other people in my life tremendously. Every single person in my circle who's done Kambo has had amazing, amazing results. If I could wave a magic wand, I'd make the entire world do Kambo at least once. I don't mean to be hyperbolic, but it would solve so many problems. Because I think trauma underlies many, many problems. Crime, addiction, obesity, relationship problems, abuse, violence, all of these things are rooted in trauma. And what Kambo is about putting a stop to it once and for all. Stopping the generational trauma that can be passed on and on epigenetically and what have you. It's about finally deciding, you know what, this ends with me. And Kambo, again, is very extreme. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I've done it 4 times, plan on doing it at least 2 more times. Every time I do it, I'm scared. I don't look forward to it. I know it's going to suck during, but it's had such a profound and healing effect that I just feel duty bound to share this with as many people as I can. So again, consult with a physician, understand that this is, going to be something very physically demanding and emotionally demanding while you're going through it. But in my mind, it's well worth it. So that's Kambo. We'll be chatting again soon. Love you all, and good luck on your healing journeys.